Good morning, this is GT Driving School here, Alistair Goodale speaking. This is going to be a video of the relatively new route of Detling Hill. It's going to be a little bit of a long one, I'm afraid, so please bear with me, but it's quite an interesting one, quite varied. So I'm going to try and talk my way all the way through it to allow you to see what you're up against. Detling Hill is in Maidstone, and you would be heading from the test centre through town, possibly through the slightly complicated one-way system around the Haynes garage, the Ford Haynes garage in the middle of town, and then finding your way up on the A249 towards Sheerness. We're going to join that road, and then we're going to follow the potential route. Okay, so hopefully you'll enjoy the ride. Thanks very much. Now I'm just going to move out of here, so I'm going to check my main and right mirrors over my shoulder and moving out of the way. We're currently in Vinters Park, quite a quiet little area. It's useful for training beginners. And it's just going to take my time, being aware of our silver car on the left hand side, moving on up a rather steep hill and bend. So I'm going to keep to the left, making sure that there isn't anything coming the other way. They tend to hog the road because of the way the bend is, and also the steepness of the hill. So I'm just going to keep on my left. I'm going to turn right at the end of the road, so I'm going to check main and right mirrors indicating right up to the end of the road. I will then brake to a stop and have a look around, see what's going on. It doesn't look like it's too busy. I've got one car coming. Apart from that, we're good to go. So over, straight across the road, no hesitating, no pausing in the middle or anything like that. There's no reservation there to be able to pause in the middle. Now we're going to come up to the Chiltern Hundreds roundabout, where we're going to turn right. Now we're going to do this right turn in the normal standard way that you would approach a right turn on a roundabout. So it's the second exit. I'm checking main and right, indicating right, and keeping in the right hand lane. So I'm going to go on the inside of this roundabout in a minute. Once I've checked, it looks pretty good at the moment. We can keep on going round, keeping on the inside. Now, because I'm on the right hand side of the roundabout, I'm going to exit on the right hand side of this roundabout, keeping in the right hand lane. Now we're coming down the dual carriageway, past Next on the left hand side, coming up to a big roundabout at Knotcuts. There are two roundabouts at Knotcuts really. This is the bigger of the two. We're just having to slow down for some red lights, so I'm checking my mirrors around me. Now this dual carriageway is a 40-mile-an-hour road normally. Obviously I can't do that at this moment in time. Now up ahead, the left lane and the lane that I'm currently in both turn left. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to go off to the M20, but I want to go straight on. So therefore I need to be in the right-hand lane in a minute. So as we go through the traffic lights, I'm going to check my main and right mirror and indicate right, moving over into the right-hand lane here. Then I cancel the indicator. It's signalled bare, written on the road. However, that's about the only information you get on this junction, which is a little bit poor, to be honest. I'm waiting for a bit of traffic to clear. When it's cleared, I can go around, keeping on the inside of the roundabout. I'm then checking my main and left mirror, indicating left, and joining the queue of traffic that is trying to get round past Knotcuts and towards the next roundabout. So just taking my time, keeping my distance, looking around me all the time, making sure I can see what's going on. All the time, just looking around me, keeping my distance, being aware of the pedestrian crossing. Nobody seems to be there, nobody's pressed the buttons. Aware that people could be going in and out of Knotcuts here on the left hand side. And we're approaching the next roundabout. The next roundabout, we're going straight ahead for Bearstead Green. It's the second exit, so I'm just checking around, I'm slowing down, Normally, straight ahead second exit is the left-hand lane, so I'm going to stay in the left-hand lane. I'm looking to my right to see if there's anything coming. There's nothing on the inside of that entrance that tells me it's coming round. Checking main and left, indicating left to get out towards Bearstead Green. Coming into a rather shaded area with some parked cars parked on the left-hand side. And it's a little bit challenging to see up ahead and make sure that it's safe enough for us to go. We're checking main and right mirrors to move out, going past these vehicles. Now I've committed myself, so the car ahead of us is very kindly backing off, which is nice of him. So we just nod and smile and say thank you very much, and then we move on up the hill. Now it's a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Doesn't mean that we should be flogging the car just yet, but we need to get up to speed. As we continue forward, we'll continue to raise the speed, and I'm now currently doing 35 miles an hour, coming up to about 38. I'm going to stay at around that sort of speed as we go down the hill. And then as you see down the hill, you may spy a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit sign. Just beforehand, there's a road on the left. I'm going to take that road, so I'm checking main and left, indicating left. I'm slowing it down. It's quite a narrow little road, so I'm going to bring the speed right down to about 15 or 10 miles an hour before I get round that corner, keeping well to my left, pushing on up the hill. We're going to continue up the hill. Everything looks good. Moving on. Keeping on the left hand side. Now it says 40. I would ignore that. I wouldn't try and go 40 down this road at all. But I'm just about doing 30 at the moment. Now just where these two triangle signs are tells us there are twists and turns and horse riders possibly ahead. I'm going to slow it down again a little bit more, because all of a sudden it's turned into a very narrow country road. There's no white lines in the middle of the road to tell me where the middle is. So I'm just taking my time, doing about 25 miles an hour, getting around the corners. Experienced drivers around here will be going a lot faster, possibly round corners a lot quicker than you would expect. So always expect the worst. Somebody could be coming round on two wheels round the corner. So we're just keeping our speed down, just being super cautious. Currently got one or two cars behind me. Now very sharp right bend. So I'm keeping well to the left as I go round the corner, slowing it right down, just in case something's coming. Now because it is a national speed limit part of the road, I'm just going to check my mirrors and move on a little bit quicker, being aware of the vehicle behind me. So I just want to pick the speed up a little bit as we go over the bridge over the M20. Person there looking out, looking at the spectacle. Looking ahead, we've got Detling Village and a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit. So I'm now checking around, backing off, slowing things down, getting it under 30 before I get to the speed limit change. So again, I'm just checking my mirrors to get round these two vehicles, back on the left, being aware of the postman on the left hand side of the van and him on the right hand curb now, checking main and right to move out again, pushing on again. Only doing about 25, 28 at the moment, and that's fine. Everything's comfortable. Everything is fully under control. Being aware of the yellow van, nothing there, checking my main and right mirrors, moving out again. A little bit bumpy here, but that's okay. Again, just keeping an eye on the white van that's being rather friendly behind me, keeping close to my bumper. Obviously somebody who's more familiar with the road. Now we're going to go to the end of the road, turning left here, so I'm going to check mirrors, main and left, indicating left. Van coming up on my right hand side, but he's turning in, so nothing else there. I can continue around the corner. Going past the church and the graveyard, and it's back down, back up to national speed limit here, which is fine. Nothing behind me now. Now again, I'm going to pretty much ignore the national speed limit, but I will pick it up to around 40 miles an hour. I can't see very well down the road. It's quite a narrow road as well, so I don't really want to go too quick. Now we're going to have two bends here, one sharp to the right, one sharp to the left. Now there's our sharp to the right, even though the blue sign tells us beware of the bend to the left. So we're going around the corner. Now we're going to go into a little bit of a slip road here, so I go around this corner. I'm going to be checking main and right mirrors, indicating right, looking through my right window, but nothing more. I'm not checking my blind spot. Pushing on, trying to get the speed up. It's a national speed limit, so I'm now doing 50 and just approaching the roundabout. We've got all these little stripes in the road telling you to slow down basically, and then the green signs, the 3 marks, the 2 mark, the 1 mark, just telling you that you're approaching a roundabout. We're going straight ahead at the roundabout, which will be the left lane, so I'm again just checking my mirrors, slowing it down now, trying to see where the end of the road is, just round the bend, and see to my right if there's anything coming. I'm checking to my right, there is a white van coming our way, so I'm just slowing it down enough that we can still roll, but no need to stop. Now I'm keeping in my left lane here, moving on. Going past the first exit, we've now approaching the second exit. Now I would check main and left, indicate left, just to let the white car know what we're up to. But it was a very simple bend, nothing too dramatic. Now the green sign up ahead is very important. We've got 2 lanes going round to the right at the next roundabout. We're turning right at that roundabout. Now the general rule is for us learners that we should always keep in the left lane if there are 2 lanes going the same way. So that's what we're going to do, but we're going to be turning right in the left lane. Checking main and right, indicating right, slowing it down. So in effect I'm in the middle lane at the moment, but I'm going to keep on the outside of the roundabout when it's safe to, and clear to go. Looks like it is, so I'm going to keep on going round, keeping on the outside edge of the roundabout. Now I check the main and left, indicate left, follow it round, back into the dual carriageway at next. Just slowing it down for the red lights. We're nearly finished. Just going to wait at the red lights. I'm just looking left and right just to allow me to see any motorbikes or bicycles, and looking behind me, all clear. I'm going to move on now up to the next lights, and I'm going to take the next road on the left. So I'm going to check main and left mirror, indicate left, let the people behind me know what I'm up to. So I'll slow down and brake and come around the corner. There we go, Detling Hill. Hope you liked it.